Hey guys, thanks for joining us for an episode of Crew Talk, the official podcast for Bombers CrossFit. Uh, Today we've got Niki Miller with us, and Niki is someone who has traveled from the basketball court to the CrossFit box. So you've had a longer athletic career, so to speak. So let's start off at the beginning though. Where'd you grow up? What was your family like? That kind of thing.
Yeah, so I am born and raised here in Dayton. I went to Beaver Creek High School, so I'm a Beaver Creek native. I have two older sisters, both live around here still. One's in Beaver Creek, one's out in New Carlisle. My parents live out in Jamestown, but my grandparents lived in Beaver Creek, and my mom worked for Beaver Creek City Schools, so I was able to go to Beaver Creek High School.
Yep.
So yeah, that's...
So what was it like? Was your mom ever your teacher?
No, she works in the bus system.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Did she ever say hi to you or anything?
Oh yeah, like if I needed to, I would ride her bus home sometimes. But I got picked up and dropped off at my grandparents' house. They were integral in my upbringing.
My daughter-in-law is a preschool teacher, and she teaches at the same school that my granddaughter goes to. And my granddaughter was telling me one day that she saw her mom in the hallway, and her mom said hi, and she said, "I was mortified."
Oh no.
So what did she say to you? Just hi.
Oh, that terrible word.
Yes, I know. So what about your sisters? Did they go to Beaver Creek High School too? Or?
Yeah, my oldest sister went to Carroll. So my oldest sister is 6 years older than me. She went to Carroll High School. We started out at Catholic school at St. Helens, and then in middle school we switched over to Ankeny and then the high school. But my other sister, Andy, she's 2 years older than me, so we got to play basketball together throughout high school, and then now we coach Beaver Creek Stars together. Her daughter is in second grade, so I'm the assistant coach for Beaver Creek Stars.
Is that a basketball team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that intramural or is it a
No,
school?
it's competitive. So it's like Beaver Creek's competitive basketball team. I played Stars when I was a kid, so it's cool to like go back and.
That is cool.
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up? I mean, were your sisters close or?
Yeah, we were really close.
Yeah.
Like I said, my oldest sister was 6 years older than me, so she drove us to my grandparents' house because we live. My parents are out in Jamestown, so like 25 minutes away. So she would take us to my grandparents' house, and we would get the bus there. But we have fond memories of singing at the top of our lungs every morning.
Driving in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is fun.
Yeah, and we're close today too.
Yeah.
So we're going trick-or-treating tonight together, all of our kids. So.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about your parents? Are they still out in Jamestown? Or?
Yeah, still out in Jamestown. They have a 90-acre farm out there, so we love it.
90-acre farm. What is it? Do they raise?
No, they don't have any animals or anything. No. They actually lease their land to the farmer behind them.
Yeah.
But my dad's a big hunter, so they have some nice woods out there, and we get to ride four-wheelers and toot around out there. It's
That's
nice.
fun.
Yeah.
What does he hunt? Just like
everything.
Everything.
Yeah. He actually just bought some land up in Maine, so that his best friend lives up there, and he goes there all the time. So on a whim, he bought some acreage up there so he can go hunting and yeah.
That's beautiful up in that area. So they've got campsites all over the place up there. So my wife is like a big Maine Cabin Masters.
Oh, okay. The what? Yeah, I've seen that show before.
The show, yeah. So you went to Beaver Creek High School. What did you do after school then?
Yeah, so I graduated in 2007, and then I went to Ohio State. My husband, my high school sweetheart, he also went to Ohio State. He did Army ROTC there. So we graduated. 5 days later, we got married. And then like 2 weeks later, he went to Bullock, which is like the Army logistics lieutenant training.
Yep.
So that was in Virginia. So we went there for 3 months. Went to Colorado for 3 years. We were at Fort Carson. And then went to Virginia. Virginia was like our home base.
Yep.
That's where his logistics training was. So we were there quite a bit.
Is he still in the Army now? Or?
He's not. He medically retired. He has PTSD. He made the very brave choice to get out for himself and for his family. And it turned out to be a really good choice for us. So
Yeah.
brought us back here quicker.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely thought he was going to be in for at least 20. He loved the Army. He was very good at it, but life just happens, and
That's true.
yeah.
So what does he do now?
So he, right after he got out, he worked for the DOD for like a year.
Yep.
We were still in Virginia at the time, so he got out when we were in Virginia. He was miserable working for the DOD, and I was like, I really want to go home.
Yeah.
Like, and he, like, I'm not joking, within 2 weeks had a new job, fully remote. So he works for a small company out of DC. Don't ask me what he does. He works on contracts for the military, and for the CDC. So he data analytics, IT, like I don't know exactly what he does, but he works very hard. Yeah. And he enjoys it. So.
And it's fully remote.
Fully remote. So
That's cool.
he like, I'm telling you, like, I was like, babe, I want to go back to Ohio, and he made it happen. Yeah. So quickly, and we were back within like 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's amazing. And it's good, get you back around family.
Yeah. My husband is a very supportive person. I could sit here and talk really nice things about him because he's a really great guy. But I followed him for 10 years. He was in for 10 years. I followed him around for 10 years. And the moment I said, let's go home, he was like, okay, let's do it. Yeah. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Is his family here still too?
So his family, his parents followed us to Virginia. So we got to spend like 5 or 6 years with them, being really close to them. They were in the same neighborhood as us. It's kind of strange, but they own our house that we live in now, which Daryl and I are neighbors.
That's right.
For the record. But they own our house now, and we are building a house. My husband and I are building a house. So once we move into our new house, his parents will come live in the house that we live in now.
I get it.
So we're renting from them, and then we'll eventually move.
Where's the new house you're building? In the same neighborhood? Or?
No, it's right down the street, though, right off Traybine. We wanted a little bit of land, so we got 5.5 acres. Yeah. Kids got a go-kart, like
yeah,
that. It's as country as Beaver Creek can get.
Yeah. That is fun if you've got a big yard. It's one of the kind of things I miss. I don't miss it when I'm cutting the grass, although but for like playing with kids, that kind of thing. Yeah. Kids need space,
I am so excited. We're gonna put a giant mud pit with just shovels and stuff out there, so Grayson can just just go be a kid, do whatever you want. Don't mess any up. Like right now, he goes under a deck and messes up a whole bunch of stuff that I don't want to mess up. I'm gonna have a designated mud pit for him. Go get dirty, do whatever you want, and then come in and we'll hose you down.
Yeah. When we lived in England, the boys, I have 3 boys, and they were rambunctious. And so we would go out into the forest. There was like this forest area kind of behind the housing area where we lived with shovels.
Yeah.
And just take them out there and then just dig. Yeah. Just dig whatever you want to dig. Dig anything. Dig a hole, dig up a tree, dig up whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Build it. Build whatever you want. Dig whatever you want.
And they loved that. Yeah. If I tried to get them to help me plant a tree in the backyard, they would have never done that. No. Okay. But digging out there, they were happy to do. Yeah. So, yeah. That's great, though. That's great activities for kids, Yeah. So, let's see. What about your athletic career? So you said you played for the Stars. When did you start playing basketball?
Yeah, so I, like 2nd grade, I started rec league, and then 3rd grade was when Beaver Creek Stars, when I was there. So I played, it was competitive. So I played competitively from 3rd grade through high school. I don't want to brag.
Go ahead.
But I am a national champion.
Really?
Yeah, 4th grade and 6th grade.
That's amazing. So, that is cool. Yeah.
We were in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame.
Wow.
They had a picture of us like in our 4th grade year, and it was it was like the women of the future. Yeah. And so, and like women of the past, women of the current, women of the future, and it was up there for like 10 years. I don't know if it's still there or not.
Yeah. That's really cool.
It was cool.
You know,
it was my little claim to fame.
And so you played all the way through high school. Did you play in college too? Or?
I am an intramural champion at Ohio State. Yeah, I played a couple I played
Really?
co-ed and a girls team. So it was fun because there was quite a lot of, because I played stars, but I also played in the summertime too. So in the summertime you have AAU, and you can only have 2 people on a team from each school. So you get to play with kids from around the Dayton area from different schools.
Okay.
So like Springboro, Kettering, like all the Carroll, like all the different schools, and a lot of us went to Ohio State. So a lot of the girls that like played against each other, and sometimes on the summer league, we formed a team together. So we had like a little Dayton team.
Wow, that's
and
cool.
We played up there. But since college, I had not touched a basketball until really this year.
Really?
Till my sister was like, "Hey, do you want to coach with me?" I'm like, "Sure."
Now, what happened with that? I mean, did you fall out of love with basketball? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to play in college because I was burnt out. I wasn't the best basketball player, but I was good enough to play for a small school. But I didn't have the desire to play competitively anymore.
Yeah.
And then I feel like guys typically, they can go and play pickup games a little bit easier than women can. I also just didn't seek it out probably as much. But.
Yeah, this is one thing when I was, serving in the Air Force at the base, I had a lot of friends who loved basketball, and they would just go to the gym and they'd just play, all the time. I mean, you just go and hang out by the court, and the game would just start up,
Yeah.
And then they would play, even if they weren't playing like in the over 30 league or something like that, but yeah. It's not quite the same with women though.
No. But
maybe it's going to get that way. The WNBA is getting more and more popular. I mean, basketball, I think, for a women's sport is getting more and more popular. So, yeah. So maybe it will.
Maybe.
Yeah. But so you kind of fell out of love with it. You didn't even play like around like in the driveway and stuff like that? Or
No.
I just gave it up.
I gave it up completely.
Yeah. My son, he played basketball some, but he always just loved playing, you know. And he would go out and shoot in the driveway and stuff like that all the time, but there came a point where he just stopped, He was like, I just don't enjoy it anymore,
Yeah, it is. I will say it's a lot of fun coaching the second grade girls. Like it's fun to get back out there. I can still dribble, like I can still make shots, which is kind of cool. And it had been so long since doing all the drills and things, and it just I played for so long, so it just came back to me.
Yeah.
After I did one thing, I was like, oh yeah, I remember how to do this.
Yeah. Is it fun seeing the kids get kind of excited about it when they begin to learn things?
Yeah, and we've had some open gyms. We just started officially practicing, and just to see them from 2 months ago to now, they're in second grade, so they're not great.
Right.
But the progress between then and now is huge. So I'm excited to see at the end of the season kind of how much they've grown. So
do most of them come in with like zero experience? I mean,
some of them played last year, so some of them did. We have a couple really good girls on the team.
Okay.
Actually,
All right.
It's really encouraging. I think we'll be really good. But then there's some they probably didn't play that much before coming in. But it is technically second grade competitive league.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not a rec team. You're expected to have some experience going in.
Yeah. So that is fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. So that's kind of like where you've reignited with basketball. So let's talk about when you stopped playing basketball. What did you do for fitness at that point?
Yeah, college was. I was still active. I still went to the gym, but I personally am not good at doing things at the gym by myself. Like that's why I love CrossFit so much, because you guys told me what to do, and happy to do it. Yeah. But when I'm by myself, I kind of just toot around, and I would hop on the elliptical, that sort of thing. Like nothing great. I did do a decent amount of fitness classes after, like spin classes. I did TRX. I did like a boxing class for quite a bit that I really liked. So I kind of hopped around, and then my husband was really into CrossFit at the time. This was in Colorado. And I told him, okay, we were about to move back to Virginia the second time. I was like, I will start CrossFit with you in Virginia, but I have to get fit before I start CrossFit, because that was my mentality. It was like, these people are pretty intense. Like, I can't keep up, so I need to go work out so that I can hang in CrossFit. Even though everybody I talked to was like, you don't have to do that. Like, you just, anybody can join. So I didn't really believe it until I did it.
Do you think that's just kind of your competitive nature a little bit, that you're like, I don't want to go in and embarrass myself?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's a common roadblock for a lot of people, you know. Yeah. So what did you do to get fit before CrossFit?
I did that boxing class. It was like a 30-minute class. It was like 3-minute stations. It was like 5 stations were boxing, but then the other were like, you know, high intensity stuff like jumping jacks or push-ups, things like that.
So then you came in for your first CrossFit class and just crushed it, then I would guess, right?
Yeah. No, I did not. No.
Do you remember what your first class was?
I don't remember my first class. I do remember doing L-sits very early on. And I was like, I hate this. I hate this a lot. And guess what? I still hate L-sits.
Yeah.
But no, I don't remember my first classes.
Okay. But now, was that in Virginia when you started that, or?
Yeah. I do remember being extremely nervous every single class. Like
really?
Going in and just like looking at the workout beforehand, and I was just nervous. And I don't know why. Like, now I'm not nervous at all. Like, you guys can throw whatever at me, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. But I think it was a new thing. So I get nervous with new
Nervous
stuff.
about new movements, you think, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because there's a lot of things that you maybe have never done before, right?
Yeah. And I think I wanted to be good at it too. Like, I am a little competitive. I try to not be competitive, and today I'm not so much. I am what I want to be, I guess. But yeah, like, I wanted to be good.
Yeah. I'm not naturally, well, I say that. I have learned to turn it off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if I allow that to kind of take over, I can make myself miserable. You know. And there was a competition I did once a few years back, and the first event came up and I won for my group, right? And so that was it. Then it just clicked off in my head, and so now I've just got to win. And so it's still like my all-time clean PR was at that meet. I did 30 pounds more than I'd ever done before, you know, and it was just because I was getting so competitive. But it was a miserable day, though.
Yeah.
You know, I was driving myself crazy the entire day long.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it.
No, it's not. And like, I know this is bad to say, but I don't do the buff because I will hurt myself. You know, I have a couple injuries.
Yeah.
My competitiveness will be like, no, you can work through it, and you don't need to scale it. Like, you can do this because I can, but then I'll hurt myself.
Yeah.
Not like seriously, but for a week after.
I've gotten better at just competing against myself. So I know that if I come in and if I'm dogging it, you know, and I'm not putting my best effort forth, then, you know, and I feel bad about that. And it's like, and I know that. I can be honest with myself enough to know that. Even if I'm the last person in the class, you know, but I know I put everything I had into it, I'm still happy with that.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, but I think you gotta get to that point, you know.
Yeah.
So some of the young guys can't do that.
No, they can't. It's kind of funny. It's okay.
So the buff is like kind of out for that.
Yeah, and even the open, like, I'll push myself during the open, and again, it's not against other people; it's for myself, and it is what it is.
Yeah,
I like it. I love it. Like, I love that competitive portion of CrossFit. But again, it's not competing against other people. Maybe early on in my CrossFit career, it was competing against someone who was similar to me, which was good, right?
Yeah.
Like they would push me, I would push them type thing. I've had plenty of women we've kind of had this agreement that we're going to push each other in a good way. And sometimes I do that now. Like sometimes there's, if it's a good workout for me and there's someone in the class that I'm like close to, like I will try to beat them, but not be like telling them that I'm trying to beat them. Right. It's just like it's a motivation for me.
I like to push in like a partner workout where it's like a you go, I go, and that person does a fast round, and then that pushes me to go for a fast round. And again, I'm not competing with that person at all, but we're kind of pushing each other to go a little harder, you know, than you might otherwise do. So I like that part of it, you know. But in competitions, you got to go into it, you know, knowing that you're not really worried about what the placement is. And so that's why I like team competitions, but you have to be on the right team. I don't want to be on a team where everybody else is really trying to win, and I don't want to be the one that kind of like cost them.
I did a couple competitions earlier on, and we had one team one, which was a lot of fun. It was just fun. And then I did one individual competition. Again, that one was more for Kenny, like he was going to compete and I was just along for the ride. It was actually really funny. It was cold, it was like today. And we drove, this was when we were in Kansas, and we drove like an hour to the competition. We get there, we take our sweatshirts off, and we're wearing the same shirt on accident. Like we did not mean to do that. It was cute.
Oh, that's funny. So what do you, you know, you mentioned injury. So I know you've had some trouble with your knees, right? I mean, it's kind of, is that from basketball, you think? Or?
I have the dumbest injuries. So about 10 years ago, my dog, he was like 75 pounds. He ran into me, just hit me the wrong way. And it hurt, and I couldn't walk. I went to the doctor. They had me do PT. I asked for an MRI, didn't get one. Took me a while to be able to like get back at it. And went to another doctor, still didn't get an MRI. Asked 4 doctors for MRIs. So finally, recently, I asked another doctor, and after doing a round of PT at Mobility Fit, and so I finally got my MRI this year, and turns out I have a torn meniscus. And it's been 10 years, so now I got a lot of fluid build up in that. I was able to do CrossFit. Like I was able to, I think it helped tremendously for my knee, just like the movements. But in the last like 3 years or so, it's really been bothering me, especially with running, things like that, those high impact movements. So I just found out earlier Wednesday that I have surgery on the 14th of January.
Okay.
So
all right.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. It's a tough thing dealing with something like that. I have same meniscus tear, and it's gotten better, you know, and there are just some days where it's a little more cooperative than others. There's some things that I just can't do as well as I could before, like mainly stretching things and stuff. I'm like a little limited in range of motion on it. But as long as I'm smart and get my knee warmed up, I can still run, you know. I can still squat to depth and things like that. So, but you know, the problem with that is that you have to be smart. You know, because what do you push and when do you stop? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of hard to know where that line really needs to be. Do you find that, or?
Yeah, I mean, I used to run on it, and finally I was like, I just can't do it anymore. And like I run a little bit at home, chasing my kid around type thing. But that's why I want to do the surgery, is because I do want to run again. Because I'm not a long distance runner, but I do enjoy, like today, I would have liked this workout. And just being able to run with my kid would be really nice to be able to do.
It's a big thing, yeah. I'd be able to get out and play a little bit of basketball and not
Yeah.
worry about jumping and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I probably push myself doing double unders. Sometimes if it's really bothering me, I won't do it, but it takes a lot for me to not do double unders because I know you don't like double unders, but I love double unders.
Yeah. I turn my shoulder up. It's
Yeah.
Just, yeah. Yeah. And the thing I always find is that, like speaking of double unders, there was a time where I really messed my shoulder up because I would come in, I would get warm, and I would loosen up my shoulder, and it would start to feel good, and then I would just work and work and work and work and work and practice and practice. But what I didn't understand at the time was is that you can numb an area up a little bit, and then you're really doing damage to it.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you've got to kind of know the difference between, because you still have to work it, you've got to be able to work that joint. Okay.
Yeah.
But how do you know when to stop and when to push it and when to pull back, And that's a real challenge.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So it's one of the things I like about having coaches in the classes because even now, I mean, I've been coaching for a while, but, I don't think of things that I should be doing, or sometimes I'll talk myself into something and then the coach will say, you shouldn't do that,
Yeah.
And yeah, generally they're right. So, yeah. So what are you doing to kind of like protect it in the meantime?
Really just trying to limit myself, like running and stuff like that. I still do my PT exercises that they gave me. But really just trying to limit myself from some of the movements that bother me.
Yep. So if you come in to work out and it's written as prescribed, you have to allow yourself to not do it prescribed?
Oh, yeah. I feel like, and I have other injuries too where it's like I just can't do that anymore. And I'm okay with it. It took me a little bit to be okay with it, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah. I mean, scaling workouts is, I think, that's the best thing about CrossFit, really.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
I hate the RX button sometimes. I think sometimes it's such a lure,
Yeah. And I mean, there was a point where, so early on, I never was able to RX, right? Like it took me a really long time to be able to get to that RX button. And also different gyms have different, like, I feel like the weights are different for RX at different gyms. So sometimes it could be a little bit heavier here than it is at a different gym or vice versa. But it took me a while, right, to build up my strength and be able to hit that RX button. Yeah. And then, like, as I get older and, like, my knees bothering me and just, it's like, I can't do it anymore. And you know what? That's okay, because I am here. I tell Andy this all the time. I'm here for the long haul. Like, I'm not here to get hurt even more. I'm not here to lift 200 pounds. I'm here to, like, when I'm 90 years old, I'm still in the gym. If I want to be.
Yep, absolutely. I think that's great. It's a typical journey for a CrossFitter. You come in and you're excited about getting that RX button.
Yeah.
And that's great. You should be, and you should chase that. But then at some point you've got to learn, there are times when you can still do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's times when you should push yourself to do that. Okay. Even if it means going outside your comfort zone a little bit, but you got to make smart choices with that, And for the most part, scaling it, I think you can come in. There was a workout the other day we did that had handstand push-ups and hand release push-ups and dips.
Yeah.
I can't do any of those right now with my shoulder, And so I did bench press and rows and push press with lightweight dumbbells. I had a great workout.
Yeah.
I had a really great workout. Okay. And I mean, I came out of it smoked, and feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but there was a time when I would have tried to push myself to do way too much. So, but you're right. So 90 is your goal, huh?
Yeah, at least. I was very fortunate to I have pretty good genes. My grandparents, I had all 4 grandparents still when I was 30.
That's great.
So I had a couple like up in their mid 90s before they passed. So I feel like I got the genes to do it. I just need to take care of my body to get myself there.
Yeah.
And CrossFit is part of that.
I think absolutely. You know, I'm at the point now where I look at 90 and I think, man, I'd love to make it to 90, you know. Yeah. But I mean, I'm right now 2 years older than my parents when they died.
Yeah.
So I don't have great genes. Maybe I don't have great genes. I don't know. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe it skips a generation or something. So I'm doing a better job of taking care of myself than they did.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's really important. You know, you got to come in and do the work. You know, so you can play with your kid and maybe your grandkids. And, you know, I've got grandkids now. Potentially, maybe I could live long enough to have great grandkids.
Well, that'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be absolutely. So, what is your plan as you go forward? I mean, what do you, what's your thoughts as far as how you're going to balance that for longevity?
Yeah, so I have the surgery. I'm going to take it easy, but still come back into the gym as soon as I can, type thing. Just because I want to be around people, and I work from home. This is my social hour for sure. So, I mean, once I recover, just kind of sticking with what I'm doing now. Yeah. Pushing myself when I want to, when I feel good, and then easing back a little bit if I need to.
Yeah.
I go pretty hard usually, so it's if I do less weight, I'm still pushing myself to go fast.
Exactly. So. Yeah. That's a good form. A lot of times going lighter and going faster is harder. Yeah. You know. Yeah. But so you mentioned something about rope climbs earlier. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Sure. So in preparation for this interview, I watched or listened to Will's interview, and I'm like, Will and I are the exact same, except he's conquered them and I have not. Okay. But I do not like being up high and being able to fall. Like, I don't mind being up high if I'm secured. Like roller coasters, I ride a lot of roller coasters and like that sort of thing. Like, I feel fine because I'm secured, I can't fall. But I'm by myself up there, and it's relying on my strength to keep myself up there, type thing. So I've always been a little bit afraid of rope climbs. I avoided them for years and years and years. And then finally, a couple years, maybe 3 years ago, I was like, all right, I'm going to stop avoiding the days where we go and do rope climbs. Right. So I'm still working on it. My footwork still isn't great, but I am getting up there on the rope, and I think I need to go all the way to the top. I think that's something I need to do.
Yeah, I think it's the secret is really your foot lock. Yeah. You know, if you get really good with that, then that's really carrying most of the load. You know, but yeah, I get it. It's confidence. For me, it's inversions. I have an aversion to inversions, and it's just because the first time I tried to kick up, you know, I couldn't do it. And so the coach that was there at the time said, well, you just kick up and I'll throw you up against the wall. And so, okay. And so he did that, but I couldn't hold myself up. So I just collapsed down onto my head. And every time I kick up now, it's always in my thought. Yeah. You know, I think of, you know, and so I've never been able to do a handstand push-up just because getting up there and then like I can hold the handstand fine. It's when I begin to loosen it, it freaks me out. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So I could see the rope the same way. Yeah. You know. And
I don't like going upside down either. But I don't go upside down anymore because I have another silly injury. It's not that I don't like it, and I don't want to re-injure myself.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So we got to get you up a rope. So which foothold do you use? Do you use the J?
I use the J. Okay. And I try not to look when you're demonstrating the S because then it gets switched in my mind and I mess it up. So.
You could try the S. The S is a secure lock. I mean, granted, nobody in the games ever does the S, but the S is a secure hold. Yeah. Just saying. You will get worse rope burn with the S, but. Oh, okay. You know, I could never climb a rope when I was a kid, and it used to frustrate me. I hated it, you know. Of course, the coaches at that time, I mean, my high school PE coach, who's a big fat guy, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, why the hell was he teaching PE? I have no idea. But he just said his instruction on climbing the rope was climb it.
Just climb it.
Yeah, just grab the rope and just climb up,
Yeah.
you know. And it must have been 30 feet up in the air too. I mean, it was way up there, you know. But yeah, when I got into CrossFit and I learned how to do a leg lock, then I could climb it, you know.
Yeah.
So I love rope climbs now.
One
so.
day
Yeah.
I'll get there.
I even did some legless rope climbs this summer.
Yeah?
So yeah.
I can get up there, and then it's during the workout. Like this week we had rope climbs. I made it during the practice pretty far up.
Okay.
But then during the workout, my brain stopped working.
Yeah.
I'm like, why can't I lock my feet out? I couldn't do it.
Right. I mean, certainly when fatigue kicks in, you know, it does get a lot harder.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah. I mean, there's a mental battle with that. It's kind of like box jumps. Box jumps can be the same way with people, you know.
Yeah.
So anytime we're doing box jumps, the first one is always kind of intimidating to me. And then once I've jumped on it, then I'm fine. I can keep going. But, you know, and then until I see somebody miss a jump, and then that freaks me out again. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. I love box jumps. That's my basketball background right there.
Sure.
I love a box jump.
Yeah. So, you know, we did a WOD once at the base where you had to do some stuff and then you had to get a basketball and run down and do a layup and then come back.
Yeah.
Okay. And it was like a team kind of thing like that. And so, you know, for most people, they couldn't go down. They couldn't get it in the basket to save their souls, you know. But we had a few people that were like really good basketball players. And so, I don't know, maybe we can get Andy to put a hoop in here or something,
that'd be
you know.
fun. Get down.
Yeah, that would be good. So 90, huh? That's a good goal.
Mm-hmm.
You got a long way to go to 90, though.
Not as long as you might think. Yeah, I got a couple years before 90.
Okay, all right. So you said your husband did CrossFit. He doesn't do CrossFit anymore, or?
He doesn't.
Okay.
No, we have a home gym. He'll get in there every once in a while,
Yeah.
but I still try to get him in here.
Okay. I've seen you bring your son in here a few times.
Yeah.
So how old is he?
He's 7. He just turned 7.
Okay.
He's super athletic.
Yeah.
So I am really looking forward to seeing what he does.
Yeah, a couple of years maybe you can get him in here and get him to do some WODs with you.
Yeah.
You know, like Kayla comes in with her son. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Grayson's attention span, he's got real bad ADHD. So right now it's kind of hard. Sports can be hard for him. He does BMX. He just started BMX, and it seems to be his thing.
Yeah.
So we're going to do indoor starts here soon. But he won his first race last week, which is really exciting.
That is good.
But I have a bar for him at home. So we get down there every once in a while and lift. He's not very coachable now.
Yes.
He thinks he's so strong, which he is. He's pretty strong.
Yeah.
But I'm strong enough, Mom. I don't need to listen to you type thing.
Right.
So he can't be in there too much.
Yeah, he's got to get humbled a little
He
bit.
does
first.
need to get humbled.
Yeah. You know, but they say that intense physical activity is really good. My oldest son especially had a lot of ADHD.
Yeah.
And once he started with like running and rollerblading, but some things that helped him and it wasn't really like burning off energy like people might think, but for him it was mental stimulation.
Yeah.
That's what he needed in order to help kind of like control himself a little bit. You know?
Yeah. I mean, one reason I love CrossFit is like the impact it has on my body, and it helps me regulate my emotions. So it helps everybody. Like you just don't really, you might not think of it that way, but it helps regulate your body.
Yeah.
And therefore helps me regulate my emotions. I get really irritated if I can't make it into the gym for a week or so. So that's one of the benefits of CrossFit for sure.
Yeah. When I was working, I had a time where I was working in the afternoon, or working out in the afternoon classes, and that was my thing, you know, and I enjoyed coming in after work. But then I got a new boss, and if I tried to leave, you know, like I got off work at 4:30, but if I tried to leave at 4:30, you know, it was like you're a slacker or something,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And so it got increasingly difficult to go home or to be able to make the classes in the evening. And so eventually I rotated and started coming in the mornings instead, you know? Because like I was saying to somebody in a previous episode, nobody's competing for that 5 a.m. hour. Okay,
Yeah.
nobody else
Not
other
for me.
than sleep. Okay, there's no other competition for
Yeah.
5 a.m. You know,
Yeah.
so so that was always a time that I could make it, but yeah, and it used to irritate me to no end, you know, if I couldn't make the class. Yeah.
Yeah, I am definitely a 10:30 person. If I can make it in, like I have to work, right? Thankfully, I'm fortunate enough to work part-time, so I can make it to the 10:30 class
Yes.
on occasion.
Yeah.
I block my calendar every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10:30.
There you go.
But sometimes it gets overwritten.
Yeah.
But I prefer to do it in the morning because it does give me that energy for the rest of the day. It just makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like working out in the mornings because you've got your work done then.
Yep.
You know, everything's done for the day. You know, the rest of the day is your oyster. You know, you can do whatever you want. So go home, take a nap, which is what I typically do nowadays. So
I don't have that luxury.
it is such a luxury, I
Yeah.
will say. You know, it's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a post-WOD nap.
Yeah. I'll tell you that in maybe 30 years when I retire.
Yeah,
20 years when I retire.
That's right. That's right. Well, you got to have kids who've got to grow up and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff too, you know. So, yeah. Well, Niki, I think that's everything I could think of to ask you about. I'm excited about your goal of competing until you're 90.
Yeah.
I wish that I would be around long enough to see that happen. I don't know, but we'll see. So thanks for joining us on Crew Talk
Yeah.
and sharing your story.
Of course. Thanks for having me.